Hi, welcome to my channel. It's me, Logistic. I'm super excited you've choose to learn from my channel. In this tutorial, I'll be exploring how to create the design that we have on the screen. But before we dive into that, if you are visiting this channel for the very first time, or if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, do make sure you smash the subscribe button now and make sure that your notification bell is turned on so as for you not to miss any of the videos that I'll be uploading anytime soon. Alright, so I'm sure you must have done that right away. If you have not done it, please ensure you do it. It's for your own good because I upload creative content on a frequent basis. Alright, so quickly let's get started because I know you have subscribed. Alright, so next we need to do now is to first thing we need to do is to launch a Corel Draw, and thereafter we input the paper size. So in this tutorial I'll be using this 12 by 12, okay, or you can also use 10 by 10 or 4 by 4, whatever size that you know will come in form of the square that you can use. Alright, so then the next thing you need to do after inputting the size, the next thing you need to do is to double tap on the rectangle tool, okay, in order to draw a rectangle around the workspace. Alright, then here are the color codes that I will be using in this tutorial. So I'm sure you know how to use color code. If you don't know how to use it, let me quickly demonstrate how to go about it. Let's say for instance we want to use this green color on our workspace. What we'll do is, let me first copy the color code. Alright, what you do, what you need to do is to apply any random color on your workspace, okay. Then you come to where we have our color here, right, this towards the down part, then you double tap it. Alright, then you come to color viewers, then you are like this color code that we have here, then you paste or copy, then you paste or type the color code that we have on the screen, then you click on OK. You can see that automatically the color code has, the color has changed to this green. So that's how to make use of color code. Alright, so let me quickly delete, okay, let me delete this, okay, and I will double tap and draw a rectangle again. Okay, now since like I've said earlier that these are the color codes, so the next thing I need to do now is to let me delete all these color codes in it. Then what I need to do is to highlight on the old color code and then drag it towards where I have my document color, so as for me to have a clone of those colors on my document colors. As simple as that. Okay, then this I will delete it. Alright, brilliant. Then then I need to remove the outline from my workspace, so I'll click on the rectangle on my workspace and I will come towards where we have a white and a red stroke, okay, and then right click on in order to remove the outline. Okay, the next thing I need to do is to start working on my background. So the first color I will apply is this color, okay, apply this color, then I'll click on my interactive fill, okay, then I'll click on this fountain fill, okay, now I'll click on this elliptical fountain fill. Okay, so I think this is what I want, so then I'll probably reduce it a bit like this. Okay, so let's continue. We might later need to adjust it. Okay, alright, quickly let me go copy the images I'll be using in this tutorial. So I'll go to my file manager. Alright, then I'll copy the images and I'll paste it. I'll right click and then click on paste. Alright, so these are the images I will be using in this tutorial. Okay, so now quickly let me go copy the contents. So let me copy all this, copy them. Alright, let me paste them somewhere here. So you click on your text tool and you click it out and then Ctrl V to paste. Good. Alright, so these are the write-up that I'll be using in this tutorial. Good. Okay, then let me ungroup, press Ctrl K to ungroup. Alright, good. Then let me start with this delivery on. So I'll break it, okay, I'll double tap on it, then I'll break it using my enter key, okay, and I'll press Ctrl K to ungroup. Okay, this I'll change this to uppercase. I'll click on text, change case, and I'll click on uppercase. Good. And I'll increase the size. So I'll go change the font. I'll use this Futura MDBT bold. Okay. So then I will slant it, clicking on this italic button. Okay. Then I'll click on my shift tool, and then I will drag it back like this. Good. All right. In order to close the spacing between the two texts. Alright, then this I'll also change the font. Let's see this Futura MDBT medium. Okay, so I'll bold it. Brilliant. Okay, so I will reduce this a bit. So I'll position at the center. Alright, so I'll reduce the size. Okay, and then let me reduce this a bit too. Good. So I'll change the color to this green. Then this will still call with color black. Okay, good. And highlight the two and then press C to make sure that it goes centralized. Okay, then I'll bring in this bicycle and I'll page it up, pressing shift page up. Okay, and alright, then I'll mirror it horizontally. So I'll click on this mirror horizontally. Okay, good. So I'll position it very well. Alright, I think it's okay like this. Then this, I'll reduce this delivery. Beautiful. Okay, then what else? So I'll bring in this phone. So I'll position the phone somewhere here. I'll make sure that both the tire of this bike is touching the phone. Let me page it up, shift page up to page it up. Okay, so I'll take it back a bit like this. Alright, then I'll page up the bike. Alright, so what else do I do to it? So I'll page up the text. I'll page this up. Okay, now I'll click on my rectangle tool. So I'll draw a rectangle around this phone like this. Okay, I'll click on my shift key and then click on the phone. Alright, and I'll click on this trim. Good, so it will trim off some part of it away from me. Alright, but what I've done is too much, so let me undo it, or better still, let me just click on my shape tool and then click on this edge here for the phone, and then I like it like this and then bring it down. Okay, good. Alright, brilliant. Okay, then so I'll click on my freehand tool. Okay, so let me zoom in very well. Right, so I'll try to draw a kind of shape, okay, around the bike, just to trim off part of the text. Alright, so let me see. Okay, good. So what do we do to it? So we click on the shape that I've just done, and I'll click on my shift key and then click on the text. Okay, then I'll click on trim. You can see that automatically it has trimmed away part of that text for me. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to achieve. Good. So I'll reduce the size. I'll light all of them and then I'll reduce the size. Okay, let me position the other text. Good. So I'll group it and then press E and C to make sure that it's centralized. Okay. Then this, I'll reduce the size. Okay. So I'll change, maybe I like all of them and change the font. I'll use this Futura MDBT bold. Okay. Okay, so this I'll increase the size. So I'll do the same thing to this. Quickly, I'll press Ctrl R to replicate the increment that I did to this. But still, let me just copy the size of this, and then I will click on this and then come to where I have the size and then paste the size there. Okay, so that the two of them will be of the same size. Okay, beautiful. So I would like to reduce this a bit. Okay, so I like the whole three and then press C to make sure that it's centralized. Beautiful. Okay, and what else? I'll change this, the color for this hungry. Let me change the text color. Change the color to green. Then this delivery to green, and then quickly I'll change quickly to green. Beautiful. Alright, so what else do I do? So I'll draw a rectangle. Click on the rectangle tool. So I'll draw a rectangle around here. Okay, now make sure that it's of the same size with my workspace. So for you to do that, you can just where we have if your rectangle is not equal, like maybe it's not equal to the workspace, what you just have to do is come to where we have object size here. Okay, so this up, you just make it 12. Okay, good. You press you click on the shape. Okay, then you press your shift key and then press your workspace. Okay, then press C. Make sure that the book is centralized. Good. Then change the color of this to green. Alright, then I will remove the outline. Beautiful. Alright, so what else? So I'll position the tests. So these two come in. So let me highlight them and page them up. Beautiful. So I press shift page up to bring up the hidden text. Alright, good. So I'll reduce the size and then change the font. So I'll change the font to this Futura MDBT. Alright, good. Then I'll just bold it. Now change the color to white. Okay, so this I'll change the font to the same font. Bold it and then okay, if I change the color, I would click on my rectangle tool. Now I will draw a rectangle like this. Alright, then I'll click on my shape tool. So I'll come to this edge here, then try to drag in order to round it. Okay, I need to round it more. I think it's okay like this. So I'll change the color to white. Then I'll remove the outline. Okay, and this, oh, I like the text, and then page it up, pressing shift page up. Good. So I'll change the color to green. So I need to reduce the size. Good. Now click on my ellipse tool. Alright, so I'll press my shift key while drawing the circle. Okay, so I'll reduce it a bit and I'll position it around this edge here. Okay, then I'll press my shift, can press the shape which is the rectangle, and press E to make sure that it's centralized. Good. Then I'll click on my shift key again, then click on the rectangle again, and then come to where we have trim. You can click on it. Good. Automatically it will trim off part of the rectangle. Then I will delete the circle inside. Okay, then I'll probably remove the outline for this. Okay, then there is a shape there's an arrow I like to put in it. So let me page up the arrow, shift page up. So I'll reduce the size, then position it into the rectangle. Okay, so I'll increase the size further, and I'll change the color to white. Brilliant. So I'll press my shift key, press the rectangle, and press E to make sure that it's centralized, and then I'll do the same thing for this. Good. Alright, I think this is perfect. So I'll now reduce the size. Good, so I can group them together now. So I'll position it somewhere here. Right, so let me group up to text, the phone number. Right, then I'll make sure that the two of them aligns. Good, beautiful. So I liked all, so I'll reduce the size. Okay, so let me just group them. Okay, I'll position it somewhere here. Beautiful. And this should be somewhere here. So I'll pitch it up. Now change the font. So let me still maintain the same font. Alright, Futura MDBT. Alright, now I'll bold it. So I'll press Ctrl K to ungroup. I think it's ungroup already. So I'll click on this, home the div, and then click on text. So I'll change the case to title case. Okay, so I'll increase the size of this, and I'll make sure that the two of them are centralized. Good, beautiful. So I like the two, and then make sure I change the color to white. Now reduce the size. Okay, let me reduce it more. So let me group the two of them. Ctrl G to group. Now press my shift key and press the phone number, and then press E to make sure that the two of them are centralized. Beautiful. Alright, so I can reduce it more. Good. So let me highlight two of them. I'll group them, continue to group, then I'll make sure that the two of them are centralized by pressing the shift key, and then click on the rectangle that we have, the green rectangle, and press E and C to make sure that the three of them, the whole text are centralized into the rectangle. Okay, now what else do I do? So I'll bring in this maybe stable meals. So I'll page this up. So I'll reduce the size, and I'll change the color to white. So let's see. So let me change the font. I'll use this Futura MDBT. So then I'll probably bold it. No need to bold. Let me just make it italic. Alright, now click on my shape tool and then drag it like this in order to give it a kind of text spacing. Alright, so make sure that it's positioned at the center while pressing my shift key, and then press the rectangle and press C. Good. Alright, take a pop it. Beautiful. Okay, so what else? Let me position this somewhere here. So I'll change the fonts. Use this. Okay, so I'll reduce the size. I'll change this like bit to green, and I'll change this to red. Beautiful. All right, then this I'll reduce the size and position it somewhere here. Beautiful. So let me highlight this. I'll take it up. Good. All right. So what else? So this, I'll position this somewhere here. So I'll reduce the size. Then I'll position this somewhere here. So I want these two to be of the same size. So I like this. So I'll check the size. Let me copy the size of this height. So the size of the height is 1.243. So I'll copy it. Then I'll highlight this, and then let me ungroup it. So I'll click on this key, okay, and I'll click on this height. Then I'll impute the same distance. Let me just paste it. Ctrl V to paste it. Okay. So the two of them are now of the same size now. All right. So what else do I do to them? Yeah, I think it's okay like that. I need to reduce this. Good. Let me delete this. All right. Then I'll just draw a kind of shape in it. All right. So I'll change the color to white. Now remove the outline. Then I'll page this up. The green page up. Okay. So I liked two of them. I'll group it. Good. Brilliant. So we're almost done. So what else do I do? Let me bring in this image. I'll clip this. So also power clip. So also power clip this. I'm sure you know how to power clip. If you don't know how to power clip, let me demonstrate it. So you click on the shape or the image, okay, you right click on it and then click on power clip inside, okay, then you point the arrow into your workspace like this to power clip it into your workspace, or better still, use your right click to drag the shape the shape or image into your workspace and then click on power clip. All right, so let me just zoom. So I'll right click on the rectangle on the workspace and I will click on edit power clip. Good. All right, so this, I'll bring this down, so this will go up. So I'll click on it and then click on my transparency tool now to blend the down part. So I'll drag it like this. Okay, beautiful, good. Let me see it clearly. Take this off. So let me blend it more. I think it's okay like this. So I'll bitmap it. Okay, so I'll click on bitmap and then click on convert to bitmap. Now make sure that the resolution is on maybe 300 or 400. Okay, and then the color mode is on RGB, and I'll click on OK. Beautiful. Alright, so now click on my transparency tool again, and then I'll click on uniform transparency. Alright, then I'll change this to 90. Alright, so now work on this. I'll position this. So I'll page it down. Alright, pressing shift page down to page it down. Okay, then I'll click on my transparency tool. Now blend the up part like this. Okay, then I'll click on my bitmaps, convert to bitmap. Okay, then I'll click on OK. Then I'll click on transparency tool again, and I'll click on uniform transparency and make sure that this is on 50. Okay, I'll click on finish. All right, so you can see the background now. All right, so I think we just have a few things to do. So let me click on the you click on the background. Okay, and then click on your interactive fill. So then this, I'll just drag this up, because I said it earlier that I might come back to do some adjustment to it. And that's to increase the white fill that we have somewhere here at the middle. Alright, so take it up more. Beautiful. So you can also increase it from here. Alright, if the white is not enough. Alright, so I think it's okay like this. Good. So just two more things to do, then we'll leave. Alright, so then I'll click on the ellipse tool again, then draw a circle like this. So I'll change the color to black. I'll remove the outline. Okay, then I'll click on effects. So I'll click on blur, then I'll Gaussian blur. Alright, so I'll maintain this 23.0, so you can increase the threshold like this how you want it. Well, let's see this 23.5. So I'll click on OK. Good. Alright, so then I'll click on my transparency tool. Alright, so I'll make the transparency to be like 20. So let's see. I think it's okay. Good. Then so I'll click on my freehand tool. So I'll do a kind of shape somewhere here like this. Good. So I'll change the color to black. All right. So I'll click on Effects, Blur, Gaussian Blur. So let's make this let's see, this 35 should be okay. All right, I click on OK. Good. Beautiful. So we can decide to increase it a bit more. I think it's okay like this. So good. So I think one more thing before we leave. Let's take this up a bit. Alright, then I'll click on the freehand tool. Okay, then under this shop location we click on it, then we'll try to drag to draw a kind of shape towards this side. Let me do it again. Good. Okay, so you probably change the click on the align. So change the align to, let's see, 1. Okay, and let's see if we can work on it. Alright, so this will change the align to 1.5. Okay, then you click on the align style. Yeah, I think this is okay. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6th one is okay. Alright, good. And we're gonna do the same thing for this. Alright, so click on the freehand tool again. Yeah, good. So alright, let me just adjust it. Okay, alright, so change the align to 1.5. okay, then we click on the line style, we change it to this 6th one. Alright, so let me see, let's zoom and see what we've been able to do. Good, I think it's okay like that. Alright, let's see if we can increase this to 2. Let's increase this to 2. Increase this to 2 also. Good. Before I go, I see something that I need us to quickly work on it, because as a graphic designer, while designing, some things might just happen and you need to make sure you pay close attention to all that you are doing. Alright, so you can see that there is a kind of gap around this text and I don't like it the way it is. So what do I do to it? I will just click on my freehand tool. I'll just draw a kind of shape like this. I'm sure it also happened to you. Just do the same thing I'm doing right away. Okay, and you click on your shift key, and then you might decide not to use the freehand tool. You can also use any other shape. You can use circle and also use your rectangle. Okay, I'm going to the freehand tool. Okay, and after you draw the shape, then you click on the shape, then you click on then you press your shift key. You can then click on the text, which is this one. All right, then you click on weld. Good, so it will weld two texts. I mean, both the shape and the text together. Okay, so make sure you pay close attention to what you design. All right, so let me put this part together too. Beautiful. All right, so now we can page up the bicycle. Good. All right, so this is what we want to achieve. So let me page this up. So what other things do we need to do? I'll page this up. Good. I think that's all. I think our design is now perfect. Yeah, this is good. All right, guys, so you can see what we have on the screen. You see how beautiful it is. I'm sure you can also replicate this same design just by replicating the same procedures that I used in this tutorial. Okay, before we go, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, do make sure you smash the subscribe button right away, and then make sure that the notification bell is turned on, so as for you not to miss any of the creative content I upload on a frequent basis. Alright, so please make sure you subscribe, and then make sure you turn on your notification bell. And then also, if you like this video, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and then don't forget to subscribe. Alright, so I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial. Do have a lovely day. Bye.